Hello, my name is Ryan. I live in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and I am your source for immaturity. Information about living the expat life, living in Cambodia, and amongst other things. But today, we're talking money. Everyone's got a price, but in Cambodia they have two prices. Cambodia is one of the few countries in the world that has a dual currency system. Dual means two, currency means money, system means it's like a thing that the official currency is the Cambodian riel, but the unofficial secondary currency is the almighty US dollar. This brings up a lot of questions. Questions like, how the f does that work? I will answer that question, but next time can you please be a little less aggressive about it? I mean, children might be watching this. There's no need to swear. Maybe a kid's trying to use this video for a project he has, and he's showing it to the class, and everything's great, everything's going really well, teacher's giving him marks left and right. That could be an A. Oh man, this is a really quality video, A+. And all of a sudden, boom, teacher's hit in the face with a big old So I don't know what's going on. I've lost my point. Let's just start the video. Let's do that.
People like this. Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this.
So you arrive in Cambodia. The very first thing you do is rush to a SIM card seller because you miss that internet. You miss it so much that you started biting the inside of your cheek. It's painful. It's horrible. It's bleeding. But you continue to do it because it distracts you from the pain of missing the internet. The SIM card costs $4. You give them a $10 bill and they give you back this. You failed grade 10 math, so you immediately jump on a plane and fly back to your loser town, telling your friends that Cambodia was closed.
I couldn't go. They wouldn't let me in.
Woo! That's a big clap. The dual currency system does take some getting used to. The way it works is the US dollars are essentially your big bills. Your 10s, your 20s, and even your 100s, which the ATMs give out and they're a huge pain in the ass to break. The riel is kind of like your change. So you got your 100s, which are worth about 2 cents, your 500s, which are worth about 12 to 13 cents, 1000s, which are essentially like a quarter, 25 cents, 2000s, which are rare, but they're worth about 50 cents, 5000s are worth $1.25, 10,000s, $2.50, 15,000s, which I've actually never seen one of those, they're pretty rare, but they're worth $3.75, and the 20,000s are equal to a $5 bill. Occasionally you might get a 50,000. I've only gotten one since I've been here. They're worth $12.50. And apparently there are some 100,000s floating out there. They're worth $25, but I've never seen one. There are actually some real coins, a 50, a 100, a 200, and a 500, I believe. I haven't seen any. I think they've phased them out. Let me know in the comments below if you are still getting coins when you make transactions in Cambodia. Let me show you a receipt in Cambodia. This is from the Aeon Mall. It's a popular department store here. I bought something for $34.90. I paid using a $100 bill. My change is $60 plus 20,900 riel. So instead of saying the change is $65.23, they break it down 60 in US dollars and 20,900 in riel. But all their prices are listed in USD. Other stores like the Lucky Supermarket, they list all their prices in riel. Everything is in riel, but they'll give you the total in USD and riel on the receipt. This store I bought a coffee pot from, and they give the total in both currencies. They show cash received, and the change is just in USD. Now this doesn't mean that they only gave me USD. In fact, they almost certainly gave me 30 in USD and the $3 in riel, which is, are you following along? $3 is essentially 12,000 riel, which you kind of need to know because they're going to give it to you and you want to be able to count your change and confirm that they're giving you the proper change. Essentially, it's 4 times the dollar amount plus you add 3 zeros. So $2 would be 2 times 4 is 8, and you add the 3 zeros, 8,000. Or sometimes I just think of the thousands as quarters, so I go, okay, $2 is 8 quarters, 8,000. I don't know. Everybody has their trick, I guess. Are you confused yet? Well, what about the fluctuating exchange rates? I said 1,000 is equal to 25 cents, but how can that be true when the value of the dollar is constantly changing, or fluctuating, or flatulating? That's a pretty good point. You're a lot smarter than people say you are. 4,000 Riel is equal to $1 just to keep things simple, but the bigger stores are currently charging 4,100 Riel to $1. Let's go back to that coffee pot receipt. Can we pull that up, Virgil? The grand total was 17 bucks or 69,700 Riel. 17 times 4.1 equals 69.7 or 69,700 Riel. So they were going with the 4,100 Riel to $1 exchange rate. From what I can gather, if the business doesn't have a fancy ass cash register, then they're probably just going to go with the 4,000 to $1. In the market, in mom and pop shops, tuk-tuk rides, they're all doing 4,000 to $1. It's only 2.5 cents per dollar, so it's not really a huge difference. But if you find a place that's doing the 4,000 to 1 exchange rate and they allow large purchases, think of the possibilities. You could save $2.50 on a $100 purchase, $25 on a $1,000 purchase, $25,000 on a $1 million purchase. Oh, I feel a scheme coming on. It's been a while since I schemed. Probably haven't schemed since the 90s.
Schemer-marinky-dinky-dink, schemer-marinky-doo.
But as of 2020, the Cambodian government has been trying to phase out some of the USD, just the $1 and the $5 notes at this point. The 10s and 20s are very much still in circulation, and if something costs $10 or 40,000 Riel, probably about 90% of the time you're using USD. It seems as though the government is trying to completely phase it out, but I think it's going to take some time. I don't think it would be possible to do it right now at all. That brings us to the question, why? Why are they a dual currency country? Where did all this USD come from? A quick history lesson. Yes, it's going to be quick. Don't worry. I know history puts people to sleep. Cambodia didn't start using a currency until the French introduced one when they colonized Cambodia. The currency was called the piastre, and it was used in, I'm sure I'm butchering that, piastre. The currency was called the piastre, and it was used in Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam, all the places that the French had colonized at that time. Prior to that, they were rolling on a barter system. The Riel was introduced in 1955 after they got their independence from France. And the value of it was the same. It was essentially a rebranding of the currency. At that time, 1 Riel was worth the equivalent of 1 kilogram of rice. The Riel was abolished 22 years later when the Khmer Rouge took over. They abolished all use of currency in the country. In 1980, when the Khmer Rouge lost control of the country, the Riel was re-established. The government printed a bunch of money and just handed it out for free. At that time, 1 Riel equaled 25 cents US. At the same time, the United Nations started contributing humanitarian aid to Cambodia in the form of US dollars. Cambodian refugees that had fled the country, they started sending money back to Cambodia. A lot of it was in USD as well. The UN placed about 22,000 people in Cambodia to help it get going again. And a lot of those people brought USD, they earned USD here, and they spent it here. And it really made up a large percentage of the money being passed around. As the struggle against the Khmer Rouge went on, the public started getting less confident about their new Riel, and they kind of preferred the US dollar because it was more stable. The Riel's value depreciated, hyperinflation occurred, not just regular inflation, hyperinflation. By 1998, Cambodia actually had more USD in the country than it did Riel, and the Riel stabilized finally at 4,000 per $1. So that's, it went from 4 to when, so it went from being worth 4, so it went from 4 Riel being worth $1 to 4,000 Riel being worth $1 in just 20 years. It's pretty crazy. So which currency do I prefer? Well, I prefer to only have one and not have to do math when I just do basic transactions. The Riel is actually a better quality currency than the USD. They improve the technology involved every time they print new money. They actually won an award for their 50,000 note, which they printed back in 2016. One of the biggest pains about the USD is the fact that they're very picky about them. They can't have any markings on them, the tiniest little rip, and they won't accept them. Not even the banks will accept them. I have a bunch of 20s that I brought from Ecuador that they're just sitting here because they can't use them here.
Rejected!
But the very best part of the reel has to be the puns involved. When you go to a place, they quote a price in dollars, and you're gonna pay in real, so you go,
I'm gonna keep it real.
or my friends in their awesome YouTube channel, it's called For Real. For real, that's what it's called, for real. In that sentence, the first for real was the for real, the original kind that you say to like mean the truth. And the second for real, that was the name of their YouTube channel, or it is the name of their YouTube channel, I guess. For real, it's, yeah. Check out their channel in the description below. They do some really good stuff. They do a weekly news report, all the news from Cambodia. And they also donate all the money they make from YouTube to charities. They make me look bad is what they do, because I just keep all my money. I just pile it in my safe and just like open the safe and look at it and laugh and count the money, Virgil. If you have a real pun, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. I really would love to hear it. And I hope you found this video to be really interesting and really entertaining. And if you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And I think I'm done. So take care. Comb your hair. I'm out. I like wish I had like a hand thing, like I was like cut it out kind of thing. Like make sure you can leave a comment, subscribe. No, it's like take care, comb your hair. I like that one. That's pretty good. That's pretty bad.
Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health. One day I'm gonna go ball. Fuck around and buy the whole mall. Breaking that cake. Flexing 700 in the bank. Not a superhero, I don't save. Look at my face. Look at my grades. Don't match up, no love.